Toys. When we were young, we were told that these were things we'd get when we were good and were meant to help fill the time in our day. But nowadays, our definition of toy is much more profound and much more fun.
Melded, you could have killed me, Space Ranger. Or should I say, traitor?
The way that humans, especially adult humans, can entertain themselves is leagues beyond what we could do 20 years ago, or even 10 years ago by some metrics. And when you see some of these items, you'll absolutely want them for yourself. So, given that, allow us to show you 7 cool toys that are worth your attention. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. 7. Hapdex VR System. At one point in time, the idea of a virtual reality system was very much out of the realm of possibility. But now, VR systems are everywhere and are even used as a video game system by companies like Sony. However, there are certain limitations by those systems, especially in terms of full immersion via touch. That's where the Hapdex VR system comes in, but also touch it and sense it with your hands. There are special gloves that work in conjunction with the VR headset and a special backpack you wear to give you an experience where you can literally sense everything you touch. There are tactile sensors in your gloves that'll truly make your hands and mind feel like you're touching what's in the world, which is leagues ahead of many VR systems in the world right now. The possibilities for this kind of VR system are endless, especially in the realm of training for certain jobs or even using them to control robots from a safe distance away. VR has come a long way, and if this system is any indication, it's going to keep advancing by leaps and bounds. 6. Razer Kishi Controller. In the video game world, there are few things more important to certain kinds of gamers than that of their controller setup. Especially in the fighting game realms, having the perfect setup for your playstyle is paramount for success. The other side of that equation, though, comes from mobile gaming, where sometimes players have a hard time controlling titles on their phones for one reason or another and would prefer to have more of a controller setup. Enter the Razer Kishi controller. This is a control extension for your Apple phones. It'll allow you to directly plug into your phone and certain other Apple products and go nuts on the games without having to have your hands clamped around the screen and potentially smudging everything. It looks very much like a 2-part controller setup that you'd find on things like the Nintendo Switch, complete with dual joysticks, multiple buttons, and more. Further adding to its abilities is that it'll charge your phone as you're playing the game, enabling you to keep going even when you've been playing for hours. Again, it only works with Apple products, but given that there are plenty of Apple users out there, this is something that those gamers will want to check out for themselves. 5. Limbic Physical Gaming Console. About 2 generations of consoles ago, there was a movement that was started by Nintendo and then picked up by Sony and Microsoft to give games a more physical quality via the use of motion controls. The Wiimote, Sony Move, and Xbox Kinect gave players the ability to go and move their hands and bodies in conjunction with certain games to get active and feel more immersed. Fast forward to today, and things like the Limbic Physical Gaming Console aims to take that to the next level. Because this is a video game projection system that encourages its users to get active and do over 30 games that'll get them moving and exercising. There are sports games like soccer, competitive games where you can battle against a family member, fun games like flying an airplane, and even exercise-focused activities like yoga. The system projects on a wall and has minimal lag as you interact with the projections on said wall. You'll also be able to go and keep track of the various games you play and how your progress in those games is going. This toy would have been great for many in lockdown during the pandemic, but maybe soon lots of homes will have this and thus not have to worry about being stuck at home and thus unable to exercise or have fun. 4. Atari Pong Table. What's that? You're not exactly the active type, but you still want to have fun at home? Well, the Atari Pong table is likely going to be able to help you out with that. Pong is easily one of the most iconic video games ever, and was one of the titles that helped set the video game world ablaze once upon a time. The Atari Pong table is the next evolution of that game by being something you can use as a table and a gaming station. In its base form, you can use the table as just that, a table. You can go and put things on it without worrying about scratching or damaging anything, and it even has the lights to help fill the room up with something more than just your average lights. Then, when you're ready to get your game on, you can convert it into an electric yet analog game of Pong, complete with paddles and white ball. A complex system helps make the game feel like you're in the arcade, and you can even use a Bluetooth speaker in the table to play your own battle music for the ultimate showdown. So, whether you're an old school gamer or just want something to play with your family, the Atari Pong table is something you absolutely should get. 3. DJI Digital FPV System. Drones are toys that virtually anyone can get if they have access to certain places. So, that's not what we're going to focus on. Rather, we're going to focus on the sport of drone racing and a key device that helps its racers be more immersed in the experience while also helping them control their bots. The DJI Digital FPV System is a headset that ties into the drones that the racers are flying. A special camera that transmits signals at 120 feet per second in full high def gives the wearer a truly FPV first-person view experience. Why does this matter? Because it allows them to go and be more in tune with their drone and thus react to various obstacles that are in the paths as they fly. Plus, on a more pure level, it is something to behold to see the various things that the drone sees and that you wouldn't be able to experience on your own. So, when you get your next drone, consider getting the DJI Digital FPV System. 2. Boogie Dice. Picture this. You're playing Monopoly, and a certain family member has a way of rigging the dice roll in their favor. It's annoying, isn't it? Well, if you want to counter that in a way that makes it fair for everyone, you need to get Boogie Dice. These are dice that were meant for board games with dice or D&D sessions to be fair for all. As these dice have motors in them that'll allow them to vibrate and rotate with true randomness and thus can't be rigged. The best part? You don't have to hold them if you don't want to. You can clap your hands, snap your fingers, or even do a loud regular noise to get the dice to jump and roll around. You can even program them to have a longer or shorter roll period so that your game session isn't interfered with. So, why get mad at your opponents when you can let the dice do all the work for you? 1. Virtuix Omni 1. We started off with a VR toy. Here's a bigger and better one. As we all know, the real downside of VR titles isn't immersion per se, but range and mobility. Most VR titles have you be stationary because walking around in a VR world is dangerous at best, as you'll find yourself falling over things in your room. The Virtuix Omni 1 is the answer to those problems, as you'll wear not just a headset, but a harness, a mount on your back, and stand on a platform. When you're all hooked up, you'll be able to run, jump, backpedal, rotate 360 degrees, and have a truly immersive experience while not leaving the confines of your spot. This very well could be the future of gaming if they're able to pull this off on a grander scale. Right now, you're only able to play their shooter title that is basically Counter-Strike. But imagine being able to hook yourself up to this machine and play things like sports titles or puzzle adventures like Myst. Exactly. We're one step closer to the holodecks. So, what do you think? What do you think of this look at the toys that are out there right now that absolutely deserve your attention? Do you see a toy on our list that did indeed grab your attention and now you want to try it out for yourself? Do you think that these toys will one day be in the homes of many people all over the world? Do you know of another toy that should have been on our list? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.